So in this case, we just write an augmented form 1 1 1, 3 minus 1 minus 1, 1 3 3, 4 2 8. Right. So this we keep aside. This we can prepare later also. What is that? I will write something else. X plus y plus z equal to 4. X plus y minus z equal to 2. And 3x plus 3y plus z equal to 10. So we try to, what is our target? We try to make this 0, right? This 0, this 0. So how we can make, how can we achieve both things? First we make this 0. Either that means you can do two simultaneously. R3 minus R1 and R2 minus 3R1, right? So R3 equal to R3 minus R1 and R2 equal to R2 minus 3R1 provide us 1 1 1 4. We can do this 0 minus 3 minus 4 minus 4. That is 2 minus 12 minus 10, right? And this 0, this 2, this 2, this 4, right? Now how we can make this 0? R3 equal to R3 minus half R2. Now you can use this because if you use this, this will become non-zero. In R2 this being 0, in your operation will make this 0. So what you get? 1 1 1 4, 0 minus 4 minus 4 minus 10, 0 0. This also becomes 0. And on this side minus, so it's not minus, it's plus, right? 2 is plus, okay? So plus half this, so 4 plus minus 5 minus. So what is the problem now? I think
We are getting determinant 0, so there is no solution.
so, not, I think somewhere in calculation there may be some small mistake, it's immaterial.
We are also getting 0 0.
No, not this, other thing. But what we are getting, these 3 0, does it mean that there is no solution? ओके ठीक आहे. आता काहीतरी आता म्हणजे आता आपल्या डोक्यात काय आलं, पुढे जाता येत नाही आता. वी आर स्टक अप. एवढं आता एवढंच लक्षात ठेवा. हे कीपिंग इट असाइड, वी नाउ प्रोसीड फॉर नेक्स्ट. पुढचं कुठला एक्झाम्पल आहे? हे काय आहे? 1 1 1 4 नाही आता एक दोन्ही तुम्हाला एकदम उत्तर येतील. 1 1 minus 1 2 3 3 1 10. आता ह्यात कसं करणार आहे? यामध्ये काय करता येईल? आणि फक्त एक ए म्हणून म्हणजे एकच बदल करतो. इक्वेशन फक्त हे खाली म्हणतो, याला हे तिसरं म्हणतो. काय त्यात फार हे नाही आहे. म्हणजे इक्वेशन ने घेतो x plus y plus z equal to 4, 3x plus 3y plus z equal to 10 आणि x plus y minus z equal to 2. लिहिताना मी काय करणार फक्त इथं what will happen now? Anyway, so what will happen? How I can try to reduce it? R2 equal to R2 minus 3R1, R3 equal to R3 minus R1. What that results into? 1, 1, 1, 4, 0, 0, minus 2, minus 2, right? आणि इथं काय येतंय 0, 0, minus 2 आणि इथं किती आता पुन्हा आणखी हे केलं मी हे काय तर विचित्र झालंय अजून पुन्हा एकदा केलं समजा कधी तर असं मिळू शकतं R3 इक्वल टू R3 प्लस R2 केलं तर काय येईल R3 मायनस R2 केलं तर काय येईल 1 1 1 4 0 0 minus 2 आणि 0 0 0 0 हे फायनल झालं इथे पण 0 0 0 आले सो बाय व्हेरियस ऑपरेशन हे मुद्दाम केलंय मी शेवटचं deliberately. So by performing various row operations, I find that I am unable to reduce it into echelon form. Any attempt to reduce to echelon form results into all three elements in the last row becoming 0. So what is the difference in the case, this case and this case? Case A and case B. What is the difference? Case 1, we discussed row reduced echelon form. We got Z. In first difference we got between X, Y, Z. Second we got between Y, Z. Third we got a Z. We got Z. We put into second. We got Y. We put both in the first. We got X. Now in second and third what happens? What do they represent? Which kinds of examples? Second and first. What is the difference? Second and third. What is the difference? Second is 0 0 0 minus 1 and 0 0 0 0. So what is the conclusion? What is the conclusion? Second case, आता आम्ही दोन्ही वेगळे लिहितो इथं 1 1 1 हे काय आलं किंवा इथं बाकी वेगळ्याची गरज नाही this and this what you observe what is your conclusion it is row reduced echelon form करून त्यांना उत्तर काय ते बोध झालं ना आपल्याला in which case in first case we had unique solution second case represents what second case this one this case A second case this third case in second case 0 0 0 and this non-zero 0x plus 0y plus 0z equal to minus 1. What does it? It is inconsistent. So no solution. No solution. And third case what happens? third case is quite interesting. So it is inconsistent set of equations in second case. And third case, what we get? We get, after reducing it to echelon form, 1, 1, 1. It is like this. 0, 0, minus 2. 0, 0, 0. If I say x, y, z, we get 4 minus 2, 0. So, there is now one equation, second equation, there is no equation, 0 equal to 0. So, if I write again, how are the equations? X plus y plus z equal to 4, minus 2z equal to minus 2, and 0 equal to 0. Right? So I reduce while reducing an attempt to reduce the equation to echelon form, one equation gets disappeared. Why? Because there was these three equations were not linearly independent. One was linear combination of remaining two. So one gets disappeared. So I get two equations. When I get two equations, what is the solution? Minus 2z equal to, what is z? Z equal to 1. Z equal to 1. So if I put z equal to 1 in the first equation, what I get? X plus y equal to 3 means what? Infinite solutions. You can choose x, you will get y. Right? You can choose x, you will get infinite solutions. Is it right? Is it okay? I think there is, as I say, so with this we will conclude by taking one more. So here we have got three equations or three variables and equal to two equations. Means the third was a linear combination, so it got disappeared. Now we take a direct case of four variables, three equations. So 4x1 minus 8x2 minus, sometimes if when it is 4, we don't go for w, we go for x1, x2, x3. That is some way we deal with it. So, if we try to reduce it, there are four variables, three equations. So, what we get here? So, you can have some operations which I think no need to tell what operations, you can very easily get it. So, the simplified set of equations is like this, on which you can elaborate. x1 minus 2x2 minus x3 plus x4 equal to 3. 2x2 plus 2x3 minus 6x4 equal to minus 4. And x3 minus 2x4 equal to So, what we can have, there are three equations, four unknowns. So, either of them you can choose to be free variable. Either of them you can choose to be free variable. So, last, and it's not that you should choose a particular as free. Last is 4, so we choose x4 as free variable. So when you choose x4 as free variable, you get equations as, use with x4 as free variable, what you get? x3 equal to x3 equal to what? 2x4 plus 1. Right? What would be x2 then? So x3 means you keep x4, means now the solution will be in terms of x4, and which you call as t. It is now not constant. Anything means now, in earlier case when number of equations were same and number of unknowns and they were consistent, you were getting unique solution. Now you get a variable solution, you keep one free variable x4 and put that as t in the final solution. So now what is it? By putting x3 equal to 2x4 plus 1, x2 you get as x2 as x4, everything you get in terms of x4, x4 minus 3, and x1 you get as 3x4 minus, what is the solution set? Solution set is, put x4 as t, then x1 is 3t minus 2, x2 is t minus 3, x3 is 2t plus 1. This is solution. Is it right? Solution is 3t minus 2, t minus 3, 2t plus 1, t. It is not that you should always choose x4 to be free. You can choose any variable to be free variable. You can choose any variable to be free variable. You get the answer in terms of remaining variables. But it is not that in every case you can choose any variable to be free variable. We have got a previous example. In previous example now, how many variables are there? How many variables are there in previous example? Three variables, three equations, but last is not equation. So 3 variables, 2 equations. In 3 variables, 2 equations, what you have got? Z equal to 1. So here Z can't be free variable. Then when you put Z equal to 1 here, x plus y equal to 3. So you can use one of them as t. So what is the answer here? If you put x equal to t, comma 3 minus t, comma 2 is the solution in this case. Or you can choose y to be t. So you can have 3 minus t, 2. But you can't choose z to be t. Z is fixed. Means you have freedom to choose. When we are having more variables than equations, one variable can be free variable, but sometimes means you can choose at least one variable. Sometimes you can choose all to be free, means when we choose a free variable, all others are expressed in terms of that variable, but some variable is rigid here like this also. Is it okay? So in all cases there are infinite solutions and actual solution depends upon what is t.